Good day, rescue enjoyers. So you might be a little bit confused. How come the Rust Workshop skin checks video is early again? Well, the reason for that is because tomorrow, Counter-Strike, there's a lot of skins that are going to be marketable tomorrow because recently, last week, they introduced a brand new case, terminal, it's weird anyway. Lots of skins are going to be marketable next week. And of course, you know, if I get in early, nice quick buy orders, potentially I could walk away some wonderful profit. So yeah, Counter-Strike buy orders are tomorrow. I'll be streaming that, by the way, the Genesis collection. So look in the description, you'll see links to all my socials, you get the idea. And so I'll be streaming that, and then I'll get a recording and I'll upload it tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a Counter-Strike video, and of course today we pushed ahead the Rust Workshop skin checks video. So cool. Now before I proceed to talk about all the brand new skins, of course look in the description, you can skip ahead, everything's chaptered for all the collection continuations. But before I even actually talk about all those brand new skins, I have to talk about the Twitch drops. So, of course, right now, the Rust Kingdoms event is currently taking place. You can watch many people on Twitch. They are taking part in the event. It's been a bit goofy. You get the idea. I've made this video showcasing all the Twitch drops that were supposed to be, known. As in, well, let's get to the point. There's 2 skins that have not yet actually been officially revealed. Now, when I was making this video, I have seen the 2 new skins. But the people organising the event, and of course the Twitch drops, they didn't want it to be known, right? They wanted it to be, stay being a secret until they reveal who's going to be dropping them based on an event that's going to take place in, the event. I believe they're doing some sort of Colosseum fight. They did it last year, and I think they're doing it again this year. So in groups of 3, they're going to have a fight in the Colosseum, and the team that wins will be the people that will be assigned the Twitch drop. Does that make sense? So, of course, couldn't reveal it. The people asked me to avoid doing that. So yeah, I obliged. Okay. So I didn't want to mess up their plans. I didn't want to cause any problems. I'm sure you get the idea. So if anybody else on YouTube has revealed the secret skins, well, they've gone against the wishes of Face Punch and the people organising the event, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't want to cause any problems. So I hope you understand. But the second it's all been revealed officially, I can then make a short video showcasing the skins. And yeah, so that'll be a short video. Okay. So I just want to keep you informed in regards to all of that. And by all means, everybody who watched this video, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got all the nice, perfect views with the camouflage skins. I hope I did a good enough job showcasing their camouflage. If you really happen to like the video and you watch me on your smartphone, the YouTube app, recently they set up a Hype. If you don't know what it is, quickly Google it or YouTube it. But if you know, please consider hyping up this video right here, the Twitch Drops video. You can hype up this very video right now, the Rust Workshop skin checks if you want to, but yeah, thank you very much to everyone. And now let's hop out of here and talk about all those brand new skins. So only 90 submissions this week, and I should say I apologise if I missed anybody, but I am 3 hours since the deadline, and I have looked around. I'll quickly go over to here to the main page, and I'll look around at all the brand new skins and whatnot. I don't think I've missed a skin. I'm pretty confident of that. I should also point out a lot of Halloween submissions have been submitted. So, of course, if you go to the workshop, if you go to the collections, you should see the Halloween submissions. If I could just scroll down, where is it? I'm kind of surprised. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. I'll have that linked in the description, by the way. And I'm not sure if it's been up to date yet. No, it hasn't been updated yet, but it will be as time goes on. All Halloween submissions have to be in by October 7. And I get the reason why that we haven't seen that many submissions this week is because the skin creators most likely will be focused on the Halloween skins. So, cool. Understood. Right then, so shall we now talk about all the brand new skins? All right. If you want to get the collection link for the Rust Workshop skin checks for September 23, 2025, look in the description. It'll be listed at the very top. And don't forget, if you just want to skip ahead and look for all the brand new collection continuations, they will be chaptered. So look in the description, scroll down. It's all provided to you there. Cool. Right. Well, shall we proceed? Sit back, relax, and listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away talking about all the brand new skins. Let's get started with Deployables. Now first up, this will be the representative of the many skins we're about to take a look at today. This is produced by Hurricane and Hadoinski. We have the Lost Supply Fridge. Basically, it's a fridge that looks like it's a bunch of boxes. I mean, with all due respect, it's a pretty creative idea. I have seen similar approaches though, like recently we've seen gold bars all stacked up, but no, this time it's a batch of boxes. So, okay. Not too bad. I hope you like the discreet design of it and whatnot. But like I said, this is the representative of the many skins we're going to take a look at today. So throughout the video, I'm going to give you a strong hint in regards to, well, Do you like what you see? Would you consider showing your support? And by that I mean, would you consider voting yes or no? But please be aware of this. Your vote does not impact whether a skin gets accepted or not. But the skin creators can see, and you know, they can get an indication if you like it or not. So you get the idea. Now, if you really want to express yourself, if you like, sit here and say, wow, that's a pretty cool design for a fridge. I need that in my life. Go to the comment section. Offer some nice, kind words. Oh, there you go. Right, okay. Well, that's a nice bit of positivity. So a nice comment can really go, really go a long way. So if you keep their spirits up and whatnot, offer some nice, kind words if you happen to like the skin. And yeah, keep them nice and motivated to keep want to put out nice creative designs in the future. Now, if you don't happen to like a skin, but you know exactly why, well, why not offer some nice constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out. And, well, if the skin isn't accepted, and this can apply to every single skin that we're going to take a look at today, if it doesn't get accepted, the skin creator could look at what you've what you've written for the feedback. Maybe they could incorporate that into a brand new version. And you never know. Maybe that gets accepted in the future. So, just pointing that out. So, with the Lost Supply fridge, this appears to be the only fridge skin that was submitted this week, based on the skin creators I follow. Yeah, so if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to Hurricane and Adoinski. Let's see if this non-glowing fridge could be accepted. Right, I should not have closed that. Whoops, so I need to go back on that. So let's just close the Halloween thing there. And now let's just go back. Made a mistake. I seem to have lost my collection link. Oh dear. Well, what you're going to do is just go to the main workshop, hover over collections, and you'll be able to find it like so. There we go. Good job, Hedge. Well done. So, as we scroll down, I have to showcase a very interesting looking furnace. Nuclear Monster. If you've seen my special preview video on YouTube, you would have seen this. When I first saw it, I thought it was a Halloween skin, but nope. That right there is a normal submission for the week, and it is very bright. Like, really, really bright. During the day, not so much. At night time, the whole thing glows. It's got like a weird sort of slime monster sort of face. Got a bunch of bones in it as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if Hefner probably had that originally as a Halloween idea, but at the end of the day, you can have a scary, strange looking design every single week. Nothing stopping you. So yeah, do you like it? I don't think we've seen like a really wacky Halloween, like a really wacky, I guess you could say Halloween sort of like furnace in a while. So yeah, what do you reckon? Halloween tends to get a lot more creativity allowance. Christmas as well. But would you like to see just a random general furnace like that? Feel free to comment below. Let's move on. So best of luck to you, Hefner. Oh, first collection continuation for the video. And I have to explain something very quickly. So this is the continuation to the fuel box and of course the small diesel box. But we were expecting a cards box. Well, the skin creator actually told us he felt like he needed more time working on the cards box to be able to make it like to the quality standard, if that makes sense. So he made the he probably already made the meds box. He released this now, and apparently cards box will be next week. And by cards box, I mean apparently a small box to be made look as if in the vision of it looking like a pack of playing cards. That was a bit of a struggle to explain, but basically that would be for your key cards: green, blue, red. Ooh, so all right. Something to look forward to, but for now, we have a meds box, and people do appreciate a meds box. But I should point out, this is the non-glowing version, and this is the glow-in-the-dark version. But if I was to be truthful with you, the most likely outcome is it's going to be the non-glowing version that gets accepted. Much like what we saw with the small diesel box. Last week, we looked at this, I had a big discussion about it. Of course, it was accepted, but we had both a glow-in-the-dark version and a non-glow version, and the non-glow version was the one that was accepted. So, cool. Right now, that's sitting there at, well, just over 20,000 subscribers. In my 48-hour analysis, I thought it was going to do between 22 to 25,000 subscribers. So, we'll see. But of course, people are anticipating now, seeing the third one being submitted. Now, I should also point out the fuel box is just... Oh, it was... Okay. So, it was just about comfortably over $3, but it seems it's now slightly slipped below. As time has gone on, more listings have appeared, and the price is slowly going downwards. But if you were to see the meds box... I'm not going to be surprised if we see that bounce up with a nice spike in demand, spike in price moment. When we saw the diesel box, that went all the way up to $7 at one point. Could we see it bounce up again? I certainly am hoping so. But I've really got to get this point across as well. The last time we saw a storage collection, small box collection, technically with the base boxes, and last year we also had the Neon Storage small box supplementary set. That was only about 4 and 5 skins in total. So I don't know how far this is going to go, but it might end at just like 5. So I'll ask you right now, what would you like to see being made next? What would you personally prioritize? Cards box appears to be next. I don't know what number 5 is going to be, and I don't know if it's going to continue after 5. But just remember, it looks like all of these will not glow in the dark, all right? So just remember that as well. Also look at the comments just to see, and yeah, Frankie's got a lot of words there. Feel free to pause and read that, because I'm going to move on. So in regards to the potential of either of these being accepted, yes, I do anticipate both diesel and fuel small box, spike in demand, spike in price, ever so nice. That'll be a discussion for us tomorrow, because of course, we have the abnormal barders tomorrow, but that right there, unfortunately, is not abnormal. Much like last week, we just had to sit there and question, are we going to just jump in and purchase some, with the hopes of seeing a collection continuation, or are we just going to try our best and stick with a barder? I bought 30 of those last week. I'm pretty happy about it. Right, so let's hop back over to here, and best of luck to Magwamp and CG Poison. I think his name is just Magwamp, but anyway, let's just move on. Over to here, we have some large boxes. That is the Cobalt Shipping Large Box. A perfectly fine cardboard sort of design. Pretty cool, and I'll have you know, it's taped up so tight that it definitely won't break apart. So Slavny, a perfectly fine, silly looking design. Best of luck to you, good sir. But of course, you do have competition, and it's Sinotype. And I'd like to point out, hey, look, it's the explosive Sinotype. But here's the funny thing. It's called explosive. On the top it says explosive, but to the side it says boom. I'm a bit surprised Odyssey just didn't put boom and call it boom. But hey, at the end of the day, it's a nice, perfectly fine purple, lovely explosive design. So it's another Sinotype. What do you want to say? With the recent Sinotype sales, they're definitely starting to slow down. And I think explosive, if it were to be accepted, I mean, no, come on now, of course it's going to be accepted. But anyway, I'm definitely under the impression that if it also sells quite a fair bit, like, well, not that much, you get the idea, you very likely could see it end up like Armour box. Yeah, it's only slightly above its, rust ore price, but it's doing better compared to scrap and tools and ore, and even closers dip below its rust ore price as well. But the lower, seeing the sales go lower and lower, it's definitely seeming like it's helping them out. And of course, look at all of these skins more in the vein of a long-term investment. I am definitely under the impression, and it's already happening, when I first saw just the 2 skins here, I honestly expected all of these were going to end up at around $3 around October time. And if you were to look at them hard enough, you might notice while some of them are slightly above $3, some of them also slightly below. So kind of evens out. Once we reach January time, I'm expecting all of these to rise up quite nicely. As everything lines up perfectly, in a couple of weeks' time, we have the October 4 swipe update, the balancing changes. Ooh, that might bring in a lot of people. But more importantly, with the November update, the naval update, a lot of people will be jumping into that 100%. And of course, a lot of people are going to want to play throughout all of December. When we have time off, loads of people at school and education, loads of people not working as much. With the end of December rolling into January, New Year and whatnot, New Year's and January time, early January time, I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially beat the all-time peak player count for Rust. So when we see tons of people playing, we expect a lot more demand for skins, and I do expect these to have a very nice time. So if you're a little bit panicky and upset with the prices at the moment, it's almost October. This is supposed to be one of the worst times for prices for skins. But after that, it can't get any worse. So, okay, cool. Understood. Stay a bit positive. This seems to be the newest storage collection, and it's a small box collection. That wouldn't really have much of an impact on this. But at some point, you shouldn't be surprised if we do see another large box collection eventually. But that might not happen until 2026. So, okay, cool. So, best of luck to Odyssey and his collection. But we're still anticipating or questioning how far is it going to go. Because we do have Halloween on the horizon. Will it actually continue into November? Ooh, we'll see. All right, anyway. What would you prioritise next? I'm fully expecting charcoal to be accepted in the next Rust Door, and that'll be accepted the week after. But in total, we currently have 12 skins. If we could only have 4 more, what do you desire most? Comment below. All right then, so let's now move on. We've got some sheet metal doors to talk about. Quite a lot of them as well. So moving on. All right, here we go. So over to here with the system door produced by Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. Yeah, it's basically like Microsoft. Yes, it's Microsoft Rust. The screen isn't very big, unfortunately, so that might be a bit of a problem. But yeah, it's a pretty cute, silly little design, cutesy design. So yeah, if you like that, by all means, consider commenting below, and yeah, consider showing your support to these two guys. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But of course, you do have competition, and I showed off this Lighthouse Sheep in the Door in my special preview video. I've had quite a lot of people sit there and say they really like it. So, Mr. FaZe, props to you. Let's see if your stained glass mosaic design potentially gets accepted. It glows ever so nicely at night time. People have said they really like it. So, what about you? Feel free to comment below. Could we get a stained glass deployable collection, or at least like a door collection or something? It's in your hands, Mr. FaZe. Roses Sheep in the Door. So this is produced by Mr. Himmick. It's a very nice, lovely smelling design. Oh yes. So no glow in the dark, no transparency, just lots and lots of roses. You probably should have done it for Valentine's. It would have been a lot more appropriate, but hey, still looks very nice. So by all means, if you like flowers, consider showing your support, and best of luck to Mr. Himmick. This one might be a little bit questionable. I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed, Icona. And I'm pretty sure you can tell why. So, yeah, that's the... whenever you watch a DreamWorks film, you get the person casting their rod whilst they sit on the moon. I don't know why they sit on the moon, but anyway, that's looking like the DreamWorks logo, and that might not be allowed. Is it enough of a parody to be allowed? Not sure, but I'm not sure Face Punch will allow that, so we'll see. Anyway, if you think it looks cool, by all means, comment below and, you know, offer your support. But I'm not sure if it's pushing it too much. So anyway, it's funny, I'll give you that. But let's see if it actually gets accepted. Glows in the dark, looks pretty sweet. What do you reckon? Anyway, best of luck to Icona. Now over to here with the Alien King Sheep in the Door. Nice graffiti style. Glows in the dark quite nicely. Stands out. Yep, looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you, Mr. Dilleroy. And then over to here, produced by Señor, we have the Draco Sheep in the Door. Something's been scratching that door. Oh my. Now, is this scales of a dragon? Or just a pattern design? I'm not very sure, but why did he scratch his own back? Well, he had an itch. Anyway, so, okay, cool. Seems to glow in the dark as well. Looking pretty sweet, so if you like that, you know, consider showing support. Best of luck to Señor. And now over to here. The Neon Fuji collection has, you know, it's still yet to see a skin being accepted. But it is building itself up. PL3, Donny, I'll be very brutally honest with you. You now have like a minimum viable product out there. You've shown off what you're planning to do. You probably just want to leave it now and see if Face Punch wants to bite. And if they don't, you've probably got to move on. I like what you're doing. I think it looks pretty sweet. But yeah, don't go like spending week after week after week making more and more skins. If Face Punch wants it, now's their time to stand up and say, oh, we'll grab that then. So anyway, I think it looks nice. I've definitely had some nice comments talking about that. But yeah, now's probably enough. Try and get your Halloween skin made. All right, make it a scary mountain. Anyway, moving on. Over to here with the garage doors. And I do believe we have a collection continuation to discuss. But yep. All right. I do hope that is an actual garage door. It says it's a fake one, but now I realised, oh, did I actually double check? All right then, so let's just grab that one and let's move on. The All-Seeing Eye. So Mr. WAGN, he has produced the All-Seeing Eye garage door. It's quite ominous, quite scary. And yes, that does glow in the dark quite nicely. So if you like what you see, by all means, comment below, and best of luck to you, good sir. Now, of course, we do have competition. Produced by Bed & Ronan, we have the Skullgate garage door. Get a good look at that. A nice colourful design. The bones are pretty silly. It's not Halloween skin. Nope. So, okay. Looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. I have to try my absolute best to make sure I don't accidentally show a Rostober skin. But every single week, people want to keep putting out scary designs. These skulls are very scary. Anyway, moving on. Best of luck to Bed & Ronan. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. It's a perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design. Feel free to comment below if you like it. Oh my. Okay, so I've played enough Hades to know who this is. Isn't it supposed to be Skilla? I don't know how to pronounce her name. But yeah, if you played Hades 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Boss fight 2. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Quite scary. I like the hair being the octopus tentacles as well. So yeah, Algorithm. That's a very cool looking design. And you know, with the naval update just around the corner, it's probably good timing. But I wonder if people are going to fully understand like old myth and whatnot. So anyway, Cool design. Best of luck to you, good sir. Scarab Beetle garage door. Oh my, that's a very nice standout glow-in-the-dark design, and a pretty cool design as well. Like overall, scarab and whatnot. That's a very cool Egyptian themed skin there. So Elfriatar, yeah, no, you've done a very good job of that. So what do you think? Do you like it? You know exactly what to do. Best of luck to Elfriatar. Oh, and now we have something very, very noticeable. I showed this off in my preview video. This is the Solar Core garage door. See, is that going to be allowed? Isn't that Iron Man's heart? Anyway, Shedmon, I'm just joking. But yeah, it's just a fairly straightforward design with a very large light. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, if you like it, by all means comment below, and best of luck to Mr. Shedmon. Now over to here with the fake garage door, and apparently this has transparency. So, what's the actual garage door here? So, that's it rolled up. Okay. Okay, I understand what this is now. The roller is transparent. This isn't the first time Anubis Dunk has posted this, I remember now. So this is what it looks like with the roller? No? No? Right. I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed, but we'll have to see. But yeah, in both instances, the roller is fully transparent. And I get the feeling that might not be allowed. But by all means, do you like it? It's trying to pretend it's a wall, when in reality, it's not. But yeah, people wouldn't actually be fooled by that. But it's still a funny design. And as you can see, this version glows in the dark. So if you like what you see, if you're a fan of that, by all means, show your support, comment below, and best of luck to Mr. Anubis Dunk. Over to here with the Meta garage door produced by Shaft and Apache, a very nice golden design with an interesting pattern, looking quite reflective. It does glow. It's a bit... You should have shown it from the front. I mean, it's a bit odd to look at it that way, but I get the feeling all of that is just perfectly fine glow. So, okay, cool. I should also point out there's a second version, a more metallic silvery design. So, all right, if you like it, by all means, comment below. So, best of luck to you too. All right. Sharp Grater. Let me just... Okay. I thought that was just like symbols or something, but that's literally transparency all along. I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed. That might just about be a little bit too much transparency. Funny creative idea, flashback and Alchemic, but I think that might be pushing it. Just saying. So, okay, well, yeah, okay then. Well, best of luck to you too. Hey, every now and then someone has to try, see if they can get away with it, but most likely outcome is no. But you can slice a lot of cheese with that, I'm just saying. So best of luck to you too. Now over to here, it looks like Mr. Yeah is continuing his zone access collection, and we have a bit of transparency right here in the middle. Yeah, if you're going to do that, apply the skin. Apply the skin. Anyway, so they have tried to get this collection up and running. Yeah, you don't need several pictures of the same thing. Like, show a literal, distinct, different time instead of just slightly different. So anyway, best of luck to you. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. And just to confirm, transparency is right there, and of course, right there. Let's see if we could get this started. Best of luck. And now over to here, we have a collection continuation. That right there is the garage door for Night Hunters. And I think it's actually a version 2, if I can remember. That's the Sheep Middle version, which was accepted. Now, I'll just quickly remind you. So over to here, let's go find Night Hunters. And as you'll see, is it... Oh, no, apostrophe. Okay, cool. It's got cheap. It was all by itself for a very long time. And, yeah. Very low price. And the borders are very close. It's not in demand. But you might question now, well, if this were to be accepted, surely the Sheep Middle might, spike in price. Well, I'm sorry to say I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. There's tons of sheep doors. There's tons of garage doors. I've seen many instances where a sheep door or garage door starts and then a garage door or sheep door follows, and it doesn't really work out very nicely. Great example would be Nuke Vibe. We talked about that last week, didn't we? That's not holding up very nicely. No. But by all means, if you like it, if you'd like to see more of this, consider showing your support to Mr. Gunya, and let's see if that works out. In terms of, am I going to invest? I think I've already bought a few of these with a buy order, and it was a pretty cheap buy order, so, alright, well, anyway, we'll leave it at that. Best of luck to Mr. Gunya. Now we have 2 sheep middle double doors. Let's now talk about both of them. Eclipse Duality, sheep middle double door. This is not in relation to the wood double door from quite some time back. This is completely independent, and I did show this off in my special preview video. it does not glow in the dark. All right, it might look like it does, but no, it's very reflective, but it doesn't glow in the dark. So by all means, do you like what you see? Well, consider commenting below and consider showing support to Mr. Pepcole. Best of luck to you, good sir. But that right there, that's a collection continuation. It's made out of cardboard. So you might not fully remember, and this skin creator has been taking a bit, he's taken a bit of a break, but he's just returned. Do you remember the cardboard sheet Minador? I certainly hope I can find it. There we go. So this is like a one-off acceptance, like last year at some point. It didn't hold, but with the arrival of the sheet Minador, we do have to question what potentially might happen to that. You might also remember I did make a short video showcasing Duck's cardboard garage door, but of course you can tell with a different name, that's a different skin. We actually have several skins that are cardboard, but they're made by like 3 or 4 different people. So just to confirm, this is a collection continuation to this right here, but with this being fairly cheap, I don't think it'll be making that much of a difference. There's only 15 though. But just to clarify, that being a sheet Minador door that doesn't glow in the dark, if we were to see the extra skin, I mean, by all means, it would be interesting. But this skin creator has been taking some big breaks, and I'm not 100% sure he will be committing to this quickly. Maybe he's got a job. Who would have guessed? So, you know, just pointing it out. But at the end of the day, if you think it looks cool and you'd like to see that potentially been accepted, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Krabby. But yeah, in regards to the investment here, kind of questioning it. But if that were to be accepted independently, I think quite a lot of people might like that. Even if it doesn't glow in the dark, I think a lot of people will still like it. So best of luck to Krabby. And that just so happens to be the final deployable skin of this video. So out of all these skins, I ask you, which of these deployables stood out to you the most? Which of these deployables do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? And so with that, let's now move on and talk about the weapons and the tools. And immediately, we've got a Bismuth rock. This is connected, or rather a collection continuation of the Neon Bismuth collection. Or technically speaking, the original Bismuth sheet Minador. If you aren't fully well aware, Mr. Wirecat, think about 2 or 3 years ago, he made a Bismuth door. And after that, he kept trying to make more and more and more continuations, but none of them were accepted. So if I could just remember, Bismuth, there you go. The sheet Minador doesn't glow, it was independent, it hasn't really turned out very nicely. But then, like last year, Neon Bismuth appeared. It was supposed to be a collection continuation to that, but then the skin creator made a Neon Bismuth skins, and now, yeah, this is its own thing. I would relate the rock more to this. And if you can remember, Neon Bismuth was very in demand. Neon Bismuth rose up in price ever so nice. So with the Bismuth rock, I've seen it in game. I have made a... Oh, whoops. Okay, it's the same thing. Ah, damn it. Go back, go back, go back, go back. No! I clicked it too many times. The Bismuth rock. I've made a special video, short video showcasing it. It looks fine. Doesn't glow. But I think people will appreciate it because it's a very nice, reflective, colourful design. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. So these 3 skins doing ecstatic, wonderful. Yes, this might have dipped in price a little bit, but post-Christmas time, January 2026, I think that'll rebound and go up in price ever so nice. Now, with the arrival of a rock, would it have a massive impact on these skins here? I don't think so. Sorry to say. I don't think so. But independently, I do think quite a lot of people would like this rock to be accepted. And are you one of them? Do you like its nice and shiny design? Are you a fan? Well, of course, consider showing support. And best of luck to Mr. Wirecat. So, okay, cool. That was a nice thing to bring up. Best of luck. And now, let's talk about the tools. Because immediately, it's another collection continuation. Hellborn. Look at those scary teeth. So, okay. This is a version 2. And it looks like they've made it a little bit more sinister. A little bit more crazed. We have actual monsters as the tools. And I've got to hand it to him. It does look pretty cool. So, Kelmo, best of luck to you. What was the last pair of tools that we've seen been accepted? It's kind of been like a month or so, hasn't it? Is Hedge really that forgetful? No, it was the gold tools, wasn't it? Yeah, it was about a month ago. Anyway, Hellborn. So Hellborn started off with the crossbow, and then we got a bunch of other skins accepted. Yep. Only that one glows in the dark. But these right here, did we even question? Do they glow in the dark? There is no mentions of it. No glow. Okay. Not too bad. It's looking pretty interesting. Now, this collection, it only consists of weapons. And with some tools being added, I don't expect it to change. When you see a collection that only consists of weapons and tools, typically, usually ends up like that, all in red. But I have mentioned this in the past. These skins, like an AK skin, and a SAR skin, they are actually performing better compared to most other AK skins and SAR skins, but they're still down in price by quite a margin, so yeah, I thought I'd mention that at the very least. I don't think the tools are going to have a dramatic effect on these skins here, but could we see some armor, Kelmo? It's in your hands. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I think armor would be a pretty interesting thing next. He could probably do it for Halloween, to be honest, but we'll see. Anyway, best of luck to Kelmo Legend. Let's see if these get accepted. Right, we've got some crossbows, and we've got a lot of talk about certain crossbow over there. But yes, first of all, we have the Bronze Knight crossbow, produced by Lies, and it does have some transparency. It's not a ton, but it still covers like the horizon. And if you don't fully understand what I'm talking about, when you aim down, all of this still gets blocked, especially with a non-skinned crossbow. But it's still a nice sort of etched design. Does look pretty cool. So Lies, with all due respect, it looks pretty sweet. So best of luck to you. But you do have very notable competition. That right there is the Black Ops Crossbow, and I have made a short video in preparation for this because, as you might notice, oh my, yeah, that's quite a lot of transparency right there. Didn't we get a transparent crossbow accepted recently? Yep. Stinger crossbow. Oh dear. Oh no. Now look, maybe it doesn't get accepted. That very likely could be the instance. So if I could just quickly look at Stinger crossbow, as you'll notice, it's basically retained its price. It's still around $2. It is going down though. Like most skins, it is starting to go down as we approach October time, but I am anticipating other rebound. Now, if this isn't accepted, and I should also point out, here's the second version. Not very transparent, but still somewhat transparent. Anyway, if that was to be accepted, yes, I think this would be negatively affected. But if this isn't accepted, I think they'll have a lovely rebound and be appreciated ever so much as time goes on. If this is accepted, I don't expect that much change. Independently, if this is accepted, I think quite a lot of people might jump onto that. Let's now talk about the actual collection. So Black Ops collection, which is, of course, a weapon-only collection at the moment. Unfortunately, as you'll notice, it's not doing the best. Now, I did talk about that Black Ops bow quite a lot, didn't I? And I thought the transparency in that wouldn't really amount to much. Evidently, I was wrong. People did appreciate it, even after that became the highest ever selling hunting bow skin we've ever seen. Still worked out all right. So that's why I'm under the impression that, yes, if this were to appear, it would also sell quite a stupid amount. And, yeah, it would definitely sour this, wouldn't it? So, okay, fair enough. So, whichever version you like more, feel free to comment below. But I don't think either of these would actually cause these to go up in price that much. I'm still under the impression we need to see some cloven armor. That's up to the skin creators. Perhaps they're waiting until 2026, which is fine because so far this year we've had actually quite a lot of blackout alternatives. So, you know what? I'll ask you now. What tool or weapon skin would you like to see them make next? And hopefully at some point in the near future, maybe we might see some brand new Skinnables. I think a Black Ops chainsaw would look pretty sweet. What do you reckon? Maybe a salvaged axe? Ooh. Alright, we'll leave it at that. So best of luck to Holodno and Kolotinsky. Keep an eye on those gifts as well, just to see the transparency. So I will have a special short video coming out at some point, which will compare this with the Stinger crossbow. Now we have a bunch of sap skins to take a look at. First up, Tropical Wave. A lovely bright coloured design. Oh yes, just a getaway. A lovely vacation, a lovely holiday. This is produced by Yopka and Lenzi. We've got a nice red aim sight, nice colourful design. Hey, what do you think? Feel free to comment below. Best luck to these two. Over to here, it is the competition. This is produced by Ico. There's actually two versions of this Ghosts of the Past sap. And this has a little bit of red right there. Lovely stuff. So, yep, looking pretty sweet. We also have the second version. Now, I'm not sure what's the difference between these two. I haven't immediately noticed it. Is it transparency? No. Okay, well, what is it? I actually don't know. If I bring up both of these, so that's got like a scary ram sort of face there. And is this a Halloween skin? Doesn't mention Rustober, so I'm under the impression it isn't. Well then, I mean, we'll see what becomes of this then, but yeah, looks fine. Cool looking blue sap. And now over to here, with the Prime sap produced by Bad Trip and Hulk. Get a good look at that. An interesting sleek black design with a bit of, you know, pea green trim. What do you reckon? If we look at the aim sight as well, if we could just get a quick look at that as well. Come on, over to here. Here we are. So Bad Trip and Hulk have had a hand in quite a lot of interesting collections over the past few years. What do you reckon? Could we get a prime weapon collection? Oh, looking pretty sweet. Looking pretty cool. So yeah, okay. Feel free to comment below your thoughts. And once again, get a good look at the aim sight. No transparency, but the light green, it's pea green design. I think it would even stand out quite nicely in the foresty green areas, but we'd have to test that out one way if it were to be accepted. So best of luck to you two. Right, that's all the SEP skins. Let's now talk about custom SMGs. First up with the Rustborn SMG produced by Sunart. Quite a rusted, gruesome, well, I mean, in a nice, stylish sense. Gruesome, welded DIY style design. This certainly didn't come out of a factory, no, but I respect it for what it is. Sunart in the future, remember, aimed in the sight. That's what people most care about with weapon skins. Nice slow build up of how they built up their skin though as well there. Cool. Now over to here with the Comic Drill Custom SMG, produced by Freddy and Krueger. Yeah, it's like a power drill, it looks like. If I could just quickly look at the aim sight. Turquoise? Yeah, turquoise, looking pretty sweet. Not too bad. A pretty interesting standout design that perhaps quite a lot of people would appreciate. Are you one of them? Feel free to comment below. So yeah, looking pretty good. Best of Freddy and Krueger. Best of luck to Freddy and Krueger. Sorry. Jade SMG. The return of the Jade collection. So if you don't fully know, I will quickly remind you. I will help them remember. Jade collection consists of a few weapons with the bow, the double barrel shotgun, the crossbow, and the python. And considering they came out quite some, good few years back, they all have fairly low quantity. So let's just go over to here, remind you of the Jade collection. Here we are, and weapon only collection, unfortunately. So what did you expect? Well, unfortunately, these skins aren't really holding up very nicely. Bow's doing nice though. It appears the bow has been appreciated ever since 2021. It got quite a lot of sales, but the demand stayed, the prices held, and it's now comfortably in the positive. Many attempts over the years have been made for more skins, but unfortunately, none of them have appeared. All of this appeared back in 2021. But 4 years later, well, technically 4.5 years later, I believe, yep, could we see brand new custom SMG? I personally don't think a custom SMG being accepted would change any of this, but independently, with what you see here, are you a fan of it? Would you like to see more green skins in general? Now, with the aim down the sight, I can confirm it's got a lovely little bit of red right there. That definitely makes the aim sight stand out a little bit better. So, not looking too bad. I like it. But do you? That's what matters most. Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to Mr. MDE. Right, so back over to here. Got some MP5s. Let's go take a look at all of them. I should also grab the Thompsons. I feel like that'd be a very appropriate thing to do. So over to here we have the Fault MP5. A full rework, it says. Well, that's a very shiny looking skin. Whoa. Well then, And during specific lighting, or rather being held in specific lighting is how I should say that, it kind of makes it appear as if it's got a different colour scheme. Ah, cool. Well, Oasis, Isaac, that is certainly looking pretty cool. What do you reckon though? The viewer, stand up. Please tell me, what do you think about this? What weapon skin would you like to see being made next with this type of scheme? This colour/texture scheme. Unfortunately, I don't think they have a name down the sight image. Oh, no. Right, if I go over to here and try my best to stare at what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's a blue aim sight. Okay, if it's blue, it should still stand out in all environments. Okay, cool. Best of luck to these two, but please, in the future, aim down, aim down. Over to here with the Night Predator MP5 produced by Mr. Verona. This is reminding me of an old collection he made. Oh, what was it called? It was a red-blue design. I don't remember. Oh, it's going to annoy me now because I'm going to remember it in like 20 minutes time after I'm finished with this video. But yeah, blue and red design, and as you'll see, it's got a nice bit of red right there on the aim sight, which should help it stand out ever so nicely in all environments, especially the jungle. So a nice sort of Predator-themed design with the tiger right there. If you like it, by all means, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Verona. And over to here, this is the only picture we have, produced by Dragon Normavan. Hot camo purple. It would be nice to have a aim down the sight image, but that's literally the only picture, so I can't have a go at them, I guess. So best of luck to these two. And now over to here, we have the Olympus MP5. Perhaps Mr. Fuff was quite surprised to see the recent AK-47 skin to be accepted into Counter-Strike, and he thought, yeah, I could do something similar. Not to, you know, disrespect him. I'm being jokey, by the way. I'm pretty sure this was all done independently from a random thought he had. It's got like a nice marble white polished design with a lovely bit of gold trim. I should also point out we do have a transparent aim sight version as well, as you'll notice right there. That's the exact same amount of transparency we saw in the Heatseeker MP5. If this were to be accepted, with its whitish design, I think a lot of the whiteout people who like to roam around in the snow biome would greatly appreciate that. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below your thoughts. Would you like to see more of this, or do you think Facepunch should avoid the pay-to-win aim sights for a while? I mean, not everybody is super happy with the fact that we saw the Heatseeker skins. Quite a lot of people were vocal against it. Fuff, at the end of the day, you've made a perfectly fine looking design. At the very least, you offered two different versions, a regular design and a very pay-to-win aim sight design. So best of luck to you. Now over to here with the Brutalist Thompson, produced by Mr. Diaz. I checked this in game because I was a little bit curious, but yeah. It's like all the metal design, but then you got like the concrete sort of just here on the sides. If anything, I think it should have been the other way around, but then again, I'm not really sure how the metal and the bolts and whatnot were supposed to look. He's the artist, so I'll respect his choice. But what I will point out is that, you know, sometimes people like to make the panels here transparent. It's just basically added like holes into them, I guess to add to the effect of Brutalist, I guess. But yeah, do you see how you can see through it? I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. It's just an aesthetic choice, so okay, well, if you like what you see, best of luck to Mr. Diaz. And now over to here. That right there is the Antique Thompson, and I do believe this is a collection continuation to the Antique tools we saw not too long ago. They are not expensive. So we recently saw the Antique Hatchet and Pickaxe, wherever that is. There you go, Antique Pickaxe. And a year or so ago, we saw the Antique Sword. That is about $1. And these tools right here, both of them, and this is like every Hatchet and Pickaxe skin that's been accepted over the past 3 or so years, that is around, or rather, just slightly below $1. So many Hatchet and Pickaxe skins are exactly like this. I don't think a brand new weapon's going to dramatically change this, or the sword, unfortunately. And I can also show it to you over this side as well. Antique, whoopsie, Antique, there we go. Right, Antique design, there we are. And yeah, all of it's down by more than half its price. Oh my. Yeah, I don't think the Thompson's going to save that. But independently, with all due respect, that is a pretty cool looking design right there. I think independently, a lot of people might appreciate seeing that in the Rust store. Are you one of them? Because Mr. Zink, I think you made a wonderful looking design there. Did you ever make Tier 3? I think I remember that. No. I need to see that on like Tier 3. That, yeah, look at it. Now imagine some armor like that. Well then, Mr. Zink, that's up to you. But for now, that's a perfectly fine looking collection continuation. What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below, chat. Right, well, Antique, I'll keep an eye out for you. But for now, I have a pump shotgun, a couple SARs, and some M39s. Alright. X-Crusher pump shotgun, produced by Monomic, also known as Monomic Man. So yeah, another pump shotgun skin for this year. I can't rule it out. Last year we got 3 in total. That could potentially be the third one for 2025. Oh, we'll see. I guess it matters to aim down. Although in most instances you're probably just going to run up to someone and go boom. But then again, to those people that like to aim down just for a little bit. That does appear to be slightly red. Bit of a very dark red though, I should point that out. So, okay. Well, not looking too bad. If you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Monomic Man. Technically, this is a collection continuation to the Ninja AK-47 that was accepted a year or so ago. That sold a lot, if you can remember. Well, now, it seems Mishka and Swanspa, they're trying to make an alternate white version. So Ninja was the black one, and now Light Clan is the white one. A nice bit of gold and whatnot, looking pretty cool. But of course, we're here to talk about the SAR. The AK wasn't accepted. If it was, oh my, that's going up in price. But oh, very nicely. Same would apply to the SAR. Very nice white design. We definitely need alternative options compared to comics, especially considering the prices that you'll see here. SAR right now is $16. And the AK over to here, where are you? AK, you are... Where is he? Oh, there he is. Sorry, I couldn't tell. It was a bit of transparency. Just over $14. Quite pricey. Not everybody can afford that, so yeah. Well, it's nice to see some people do an attempt like this every now and then. Will it be accepted? We'll have to wait and see. But I would lean more towards no. Sorry to say. Camouflage weapon. I don't like camouflage skins. SAR diamond with a cut aim sight. Well, it's definitely shiny. Yeah, look at that gif. And then we aim down. And yep, that is the exact same amount of transparency we saw with the Heatseeker SAR. Well, I'm certainly not going to say no, but I do wonder, will Face Punched be tempted again and accept another one of these? Don't forget, during the Bellum Twitch event, we did get a Twitch drop that had the exact same transparency, and now it's given away for absolutely free. So, nice, stylish and shiny diamond design. Are you a fan of it? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Kavahu. And now the M39s. I'm very much under the impression we're going to only see one more M39 being accepted for the foreseeable future, aka in the very trust door. It is the focused item of the month for September, but I should point out, we now know what the next focused item is for next month, for October, and I'll talk about that in a bit. If you watch my preview video, you'd know exactly what it is, but I'm going to savour it. Oh, yes. So an interesting Worn Fighter M39 design produced by K. Vladimir and Mr. Telik Pro Grip. Now, oh, there you go. Aimed on a sight, nice bit of red. It's a bit worn out. It's definitely been used. It's all rusty, but you know what? A nice grounded approach, a more realistic design. There's definitely a lot of people that do appreciate these. So, all right, cool. Best of luck to you too. Over to here with the gold design. That's not very grounded, is it? But it certainly is nice and flashy, and probably very, very valuable. Produced by Mr. Sendox, we have the gold M39. And as you'll see with the aim sight, looks like the inside is made transparent. What the? Huh? Okay, transparent aim sight. Like literally the tip. Just the tip. Well then, Mr. Sendox, I mean, it's different. I mean, we'll see. Not sure if it's allowed, though. Can you actually make that bit transparent? No? Okay, well. Cool. Best of luck to you. Let's see what happens. And over to here. Collection continuation. JPEG collection. So, we recently saw a JPEG skin being accepted, didn't we? Right? Am I being... yeah, boots. There you go. Yeah. So, boots were accepted recently, and then all the other skins were accepted back in, what, 2023, 2022? Okay. I don't think an M39 is going to have a massive impact on all of this. When we saw the boots, yeah, the clothing and armour loved it because it completed the collection, but an M39s are not going to have the same impact, no. Very unlikely. But by all means, do you like the JPEG collection? Which one's your most favourite skin? Feel free to comment below. So, okay. A perfectly fine looking design, as you can see. Nice cell-shaded approach. Lovely looking stuff. Perhaps we could see a bunch more weapons potentially in the future. Perhaps we could see some more skins in general, considering the potential brand new Skinnables on the horizon. So best of luck to GBG. I accidentally showed it a minute ago, but yeah, there you go. Another comics weapon. And just a minute ago, you just saw me showcase to you all the comic skins. All these weapons are very, very desired because they're bright white. People like to roam around in the snow biome with their full whiteout set, want to use a nice full white weapon. They don't have to, but they want to. So that's why you can see the AKs very nicely up in the positive, the bow, the SAR, the MP5, not the Python, but that just goes to show how much people appreciate Pythons at the moment. Yeah, crossbow, jackhammer, looking pretty sweet, no complaints. So if that's to be accepted, no, I don't think it'll have a massive impact on the skins that are already high up in price at the moment. But independently, I think quite a lot of people might jump onto that. Although, currently in the Rust store, we do have a whitish M39, the No Mercy M39, and we recently also saw the Arctic Skull M39, so... oh, that might be a bit odd. Yes, it will. But that definitely would be appreciated more. Yeah, it's completely white, so... yeah. How often do you even use an M39? I'm still questioning that. It seems like not a lot of people do use it that much, but hey, never know. Maybe we could still see some weapon changes, some buffs and nerfs just before the October update. We shall see. Anyway, best of luck to Legacy. Let's see if that works out nicely. And yep, scrolling down. I thought I lost it again. Whoopsie. So let's just grab all of these remaining skins. I've accidentally looked at Gruma Katarina's actual workshop page there, so I'll close that when I see it. Deathmatch LR300, produced by Ted and Pigeon. Now, does this have transparency? Because that's something they've definitely been doing recently with their weapon skins. And, oh, there you go. Yep, perfect. Red aim sight, mostly transparent, like the big circles in there and whatnot. And you had the serpent on the side as well. Been seeing that on all the previous skins. But yeah, guys, You're now on your your fourth skin in total now. You've got a minimum viable product. So you've got a good showcase of what you plan to do for your collection if it gets accepted. You should leave it to Face Punch now. I reckon you should probably consider doing a different collection. It's nice with what you've done, but you haven't had a skin accepted yet. Seems Face Punch does want to bite. Maybe the people watching might have a different opinion, a different opinion, a different thing to say, and stand out, comment below. But yeah, we'll see what happens next, right? Best of luck to you two. I know you can make some very cool designs. It doesn't have to always be deathmatch. Ancient Gold AK-47. Now this is apparently a version 2, looking pretty sweet. A nice, interesting blue and yellow design, and the aim sight, as you'll notice, a lovely bit of red. There you go. Yep, red. Produced by Cassette and Espectro. Looking pretty sweet. Sorry for yawning. I haven't breathed enough. But best of luck to you two. Breathe enough, Hedge. Deathbringer AK-47, produced by Mr. Voodoo. Get a good look at that. Nice wood stock, metal all over. And I noticed a nice red aim sight right there. Looking pretty sweet. So over to here. Alright. Come on, aim down the sight. There we are. Perfect. Not sure why it needs a pentagram, but stylish, I guess. Nice red aim sight, should stand out in all environments. What are your thoughts? And best of luck to Mr. Voodoo. Now over to here with the Skulls AK-47, produced by Power. It's got a lot of skulls, and they're all different colours. Yep, they're all grinning. Well then, they're all very happy to see you. So yep, if you like what you see, feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you. No aim down the sight image, which is a bit concerning, but oh well. Oh, yep, there you go. Didn't mean to accidentally open this. This is what I wanted to open. I've recently seen Gruma Katarina making some octopus themed skins, very brightly coloured, very interesting colour scheme as well. Haven't seen a skin like that before. But yeah, octopus. What do you reckon? Gruma Katarina, one thing I reckon, you should aim down the sight. That's not aiming down, that's idle. Seems to be a black aim sight. I mean, that does seem to be like completely obvious. So, okay, cool. So should be perfectly fine on every single environment. Very brightly coloured. Do you like the octopus? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Gruma Katarina. Ah, well then, what do we have right here? I actually mentioned it earlier, didn't I? I mentioned how, at the moment, this collection only consists of a sheet metal door and a garage door. Perhaps it could change. Falca and Kostiuche have gone ahead and made the Nuke Vibe AK-47. This, of course, is a collection continuation. Let's remind you. Or rather, show you. It already reminded you like twice. Yeah. Down 67 and down 58. Not pretty. I don't think an AK-47 is going to, fix all of that. Independently, the design does look very cool, but I think this truly does need like another deployable to sort itself out. So, cool. So, yeah. Nuke Vibe AK-47. An interesting sort of DIY sort of design. Is that made with pieces of hazmat? I get the feeling it is, because this is like a guy trapped in a hazmat and he's gone all crazy, sort of like been turned into a bio sort of machine. Is that his eyeball sticking out? Oh my, oh my. Oh dear. So yes, do you like it? By all means, feel free to comment below, and best of luck to these two. But I don't think it's going to have a massive impact on the already existing deployables, the two doors. But it does look nice. It does look cool. Off your opinion, please. And that's that. So best of luck to these two. And lastly, for the weapons and the tools, Rappi has made the Mechanical Warrior L96, an anime-themed skin. Is she just a head? Apparently, yeah. Where's the whole picture? I'm kind of scared. You can see them slowly build up the design and whatnot. Are they the robot dinosaur or something? Anyway, the skin, yes. So, I mean, it is the skin, but yeah, that's the sight. But the design of it, I'm still confused. This is one of those strange animes. Yes. Anyway, so if you like it, if you think it looks cool, by all means, consider showing support to Mr. Rappy. And yeah, that just so happens to be the second last skin, because I didn't notice we had this here. Whoopsie. Yui and Graphy have made the Opal Skull Rocket Launcher. An interesting, glittery white design. Does it glow in the dark? It doesn't mention glow. That's the light from the barn and behind, so no, it doesn't glow. And the aim down the sight image, that's not aiming down, but yeah, that just seems to be a standard sight. There we go. It does have to be, oh yeah, it's got a little bit of transparency here. Kind of looks like it. Well, Do you like it? Are you a fan of the iridescent, all white, shiny looking rocket launcher? Perfect blow and best of luck to these two. And that just so happens to be the final weapon / tool skin of this video. Out of all these skins that we just showcased to you, which one has caught your eye? Which one do you think has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And so, let's now proceed with the final section of the clothing and the armour. So Mr. Vase, he has made a pretty interesting looking set. Keyboard warrior, burlap head wrap with a burlap shirt. Did it come with pants? I don't think he made pants with this, no. Maybe I'll do boots and like pants afterwards. Next week we'll see. But yeah, you've got an interesting black... all of these are keyboard buttons. Again, it's a very creative approach. But I've got to say, it definitely looks very strange, weird. Now, you might sit there and say, I'm not a fan of it. That's fine. I think a lot of people might be a fan of that, though. White buttons? Oh, say no more. Yeah, no, it's perfect. But yeah, no, I think a lot of people would prefer the white button one. I wonder why. You can actually look real close at these, and they do have, like, perfectly fine-looking letters and whatnot for their buttons, so, yeah. So yes, what are your thoughts? Do you like it? By all means, comment below, and best of luck to Mr. Vase. I do think a lot of people probably would prefer potentially a nice bit of white primitive camo. Oh, yes. Anyway, best of luck to Mr. Vase. Scrolling down, we actually have some primitive collection continuation. Whoop, didn't mean to click that. So this is Funerary. We have been waiting for a while now to see the Funerary Tier 3, and yes, the skin creator did submit it. But where is it? Where is Funerary Tier 3? If we could just go back 2 weeks, if I could remind all of you, we've got the Tier 2 being accepted, and it sold a pretty excessive amount. To my surprise, it's still holding up, so alright, props to that. But let me remind you, Funerary Tier 2 sold almost 3 times the amount of the hoodie and pants. Hoodie and pants are still holding up very strong, but these, I'm actually very surprised to see it is still holding up. It definitely needs Tier 3, though, to actually have a fun future ahead of it. Would burlap clothing have an impact on any of these skins? Poncho, I think it would. Poncho, I think it would. The other skins, though, I kind of doubt it. But I have seen instances in the past where we just see any odd clothing and armor being accepted, even if it wasn't like the matching sort of like set, like, you know, core pieces such as Tier 2, Tier 3 and whatnot, and you've got the burlap stuff, the hide stuff. You still might see these skins spike in price. Probably the anticipation of Tier 3. But yeah, Poncho more specifically, especially whilst this is down here at $1.50. So we'll see. We'll see. So, alright. Still looking pretty interesting. Still kind of need the Tier 3 armor. But MA1, honestly, all I can say is best of luck. We'll see what happens next. You might have to do a version 3. Oh, we'll see. And now, I'm happy to sit here and say Miner Hat is the focused item of the month for October. Now, we also have Halloween skins. I actually asked in the official Discord. Apparently, no miners hats for Halloween. Although, technically speaking, there's no stopping you from submitting a Halloween-themed miner hat if you want to. If you want to. But yeah, chances are, at the very least, because of course, we are expecting at least 2 weeks of regular Rust stores with October. But just to remind you, in October, we have 5 Thursdays. In fact, I could just probably point this out to you right now. So if I could just go down. Yep, the 2nd of October, the 9th of October, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. We have 5 Thursdays in October. 5 potential Rust stores. I'm still under the impression there, you know, potentially might be 3 weeks of Halloween. Be prepared for the potential of that. But, you know, if it's the 16th, we don't see any Halloween skins. All right, 2 weeks of Halloween then. And that potentially means 3, at bare minimum, 3 miner hats being accepted. And for our example, we have the Señor Tomato miner hat. So, I'm pretty sure I've already showcased, at the very least in a preview video, pointed out we had a Señor Tomato miner hat, but Sepesh apparently has returned, and he's got the sauce. He's got the special ingredient. Yeah, it kind of covers the face. That's a bit awkward, but I guess he wanted to have a full proper version. And that right there is the sauce that you've been looking for, right? So, what do you reckon? Could we see Señor Tomato miner hat being accepted? And I should remind all of you, we haven't seen a miner hat being accepted since 2017. 8 years. That's been a long time. I've got to point out, though, do you reckon these prices here will be impacted? I mean, we'll see. $36, $23 almost, $27 almost. We'll see. But yeah, more miner hats potentially on the horizon. Keep an eye out. I don't know if this is going to have a massive impact on the I have to put in tomato. I don't have the special N for the Señor. But yes, garage door's gone down by a bunch. Same as the sheep in the door. Kind of surprised by that. It did rebound. I'm not sure if a miner hat's going to have that much of an impact on these skins. But I do remember when the garage door was accepted, all of these were kind of doing okay, but then all of them just spiked in price. You know what? Maybe we will see this causing these to bounce up quite nicely. We'll see, but I have doubts. And yeah, there you go. Oh no, that was a cap. There's the miner hat. There, yeah. So you see he's got the thing there, and yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, cool. So that's nice. Keep an eye out for future miner hats being submitted. I should point out, though, make sure you search for most recent, because you're going to see some very, very, very strange things. Always remember, search for... sorry, I've completely botched this. Most recent. There you go. Right. Cool. So, let's now move on to some hoodie and pants. And over to here with the Bad Company hoodie and pants. Vaguely green. It's kind of like 50-50. Bit of desert, bit of forest camo. It's kind of like the brand new Twitch Drop sleeping bag. It's like, oh, well, technically, you could probably put it in both sort of environments. Not saying no. Would Face Punch allow it? Because it's two different camouflages at the same time, it completely defaults by two negatives, and Face Punch will be like, yeah, no, that's a fun. We'll accept it now. We'll see. So more of green trousers, as you can see, pants, but took a while to load there. Yeah, I think people would appreciate that. Let's see if it happens. And Mr. Multi-R Hat Boris, Mr. Damned In, whilst we're here, do you reckon you could do some more barbarian clothing? Or rather, armour? We've got the hoodie and pants, but we never got tier 3 and, of course, tier 2. I know they attempted, though. With the special preview of the naval update in the the sort of trailer for it, if you can remember, from about 2 months ago, they quite literally have, like, Viking boats. And I think some barbarian armour would be greatly appreciated with that, just saying. Anyway, let's move that aside. Let's now talk about tier 2. We have the Boulder tier 2 right here, produced by Omnipresent. Omnipresent, I was actually anticipating another B weapon. Please consider doing another one. I wanted to showcase them to people. But I can't only do 2, I need at least 3. So, go on, do it. Or a B miner hat. That would actually be pretty sweet. Anyway, Boulder tier 2. Get a good look at that. Mostly red, a bit of brown with all the boulders, of course. But anyway, best of luck to Omnipresent. Let's see if that works out nicely. And yeah, let's see if this potentially gets accepted. However, there's a very notable, a very notable tier 2 set right here that's just been submitted. And I've got to say, I think a lot of people might like that appearing, because that just so happens to be the final core piece for Night Demon. That right there is Night Demon tier 2. So, Night Demon, we recently saw you being accepted, not only with the tier 3, but of course also, oh, there we are, yeah, with the hoodie pants, ta-da! Now, both of these were starting to slip and go almost below the Ruster price. But of course, with the tier 2 being submitted, clearly people are now anticipating, hoping to see the continuation. It looks like some of these got bought today, so okay, cool. If we see tier 2, yes, we're seeing all of that spike and price. You saw what happened when the hoodie and pants appeared. Both the tier 3 pieces, at one point, very close to $6. That was very nice. Could we see it happen again? I fully expect it, right? So, consider making your choices. Are you going to jump into tier 3 or hoodie and pants? It's up to you. But just remember, there's quite a lot of collections that got started this year, almost finished, but then didn't finish. Fire tier 3, Deep Ruby tier 3, Funerary tier 3. Got to be prepared for the potential of that. But considering this is tier 2, I think things might be a little bit different, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Little Ranger and Pater. I think there's a very decent chance we'll be seeing this fairly soon. Shut up, phone. I'm talking. Right, anyway. We now have tier 3 armour, and we've got quite an interesting selection. So let's just grab all of this, and that'll be it for the video. Right. Over to here, we have the Tape Tier 3. It's another grey out. Tape out. Anyway, so one on J34633. I mean, it's something. It's a bit odd, but you know what? I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen, like, anything like that before. Just, oh yeah, this is my skin. I just covered myself in tape, and we've all done it once before, right? Anyway, so looking pretty cool. To a point. Best of luck to you two, and yeah, let's see if we get a bunch of tape all over our face. Over to here, we have the Space Tier 3, produced by HSM and Claytails. It's a pretty interesting blue design. So, I think we've got Skull Killer, Azul, and that's it. That's all we have for blue. I might be wrong. Some of you might point out like some independent separate skins. I'm talking about 4 proper sets. Would you like to be a spaceman? Well, feel free to go ahead and show support for this. Best of luck to HSM and Claytails. Right, I saw something goofy here. Igor has made Rockstar Tier 3 armor. I'm not sure who this is in reference to. Kiss. That's it. Yeah. Yes. Right. So, looking pretty interesting with the tongue. Although I do believe you're probably at copyright issues with that. If I can recall, the guy who sings for them likes to sue. So, I don't think they'll be allowing that. But independently, like so, that's enough to be like completely unique and like parody enough. So maybe it might be alright. We shall see. I do like on the back there the guitar design. That actually looks pretty cool. That's actually that looks really nice. Well then, I like the fake sort of band names in the front there as well. That's pretty cool. So best of luck to you, Mr. Igor. Let's see if that works out nicely. I don't think the tongue will be allowed though, so we'll see. Oh, is that it? Okay, yeah, right. Looks like we're down to the final Tier 3 piece. And it just so happens to be a collection continuation. You might not noticed it, but in the past, we have seen the Wasp AK-47, or the Termit MP5, and now, well, I mean, is it supposed to be Termite? I'm convinced it's supposed to be Termite, so I'm just going to refer to it as that. We have the Termite Tier 3, and that's a very strange, scary looking face. So there's a lot of oh yeah, we've got a lot of things to take a look at here. 4 skins in total. There's 2 different designs. What am I looking for? What's different? Translucency. Translucency. Did you mean transparency, or quite literally like you could just about see through parts of it? I'm not. Is it the back? That looks cool. But what does he mean by translucency? What here is slightly translucent? I'm not sure. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, yeah, that's translucent. So translucent, of course, means you can see through it, but just about. Opaque means you can't see through it. Transparent means you can't see through it. And translucent means you can see through it just about. So, yeah, okay, it's like a hairnet. Okay, well, that's interesting. What about the chest plate then? Chest plate. This says translucency as well. Where? Is it there on the straps? Okay, yeah, it looks like it's on the straps. Okay, well, they've tried to do something slightly different. Rarely do I see translucency, but yeah, no, looking pretty sweet. The Insect Collection, or Insecta Collection as they've referred to it as. Could we see a collection continuation? Could we see, and I'm going to have to go back and look for this Wasp AK-47, because I don't think everybody is fully well aware, technically these skins are in the same set. I don't think people are going to go wild and jump onto the weapons, but I have pointed out it is technically a collection. Wasp AK, Termite MP5, it's up to you, but I don't think the Tier 3 is going to cause this to dramatically go up in demand and up in price and whatnot. But hey, I did point out the connection. Best of luck to Turpin and VSK Forever. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Could you do like a scary sort of insect horror for Halloween? Maybe. I mean, it's up to you. Think on it. Anyway, that's it for all the clothing and armour, and that's it for the video for today. So, yeah, out of all these clothing and armour pieces, which one has stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? That can apply to all the skins we've taken a look at today. By all means, feel free to comment below. Tell me your 3 most favourite skins out of all the skins in this video. So, of course, in the description, all the collection continuations will be there as the chapters. Now, let me just double check. Did we see any more skins appear as I was talking? That's not the secret skin. That took me by surprise. What? I guess we have Twitch rivals for October then. Don't look at me, it's right there. Okay. So, yeah, that happened. Ta-da! I was not anticipating that appearing, but I am surprised. So I just want to double check nothing else has appeared. Nope, okay, cool. So, ta-da! Well, there you go. Cool. That just appeared. So it looks like we have some primitive Twitch rivals. Not too bad. Could we get some hide clothing, some some burlap as well? That'd be pretty sweet. Give us a silly little boonie hat as well. All right, cool. Was not anticipating that. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to move on. So, over to here, we have all the skins that have been submitted over the past weekend. And as you can see, on top, in terms of overall score, upvotes, downvotes, favourites, you name it, Sinotype Explosive has a score of 70, which is really, really high. Followed by the Rose's Sheep in the Door, followed by the Med Small Box, followed by Dream Farm Sheep in the Door, followed by Night Demon Tier 2. I am avoiding the Halloween submissions because, of course, it's not relevant to now. So, okay, cool. You can always look at micro522.com. It's always linked in the description, so you're more than welcome to go visit that right now if you want. And, yeah, we've got quite a lot of discussions in regards to tomorrow's Rust Store. Well, this Rust Store, talking about tomorrow with the abnormal barders is what I meant to say. But typically, Hedge is stupid. Yeah, so, not too bad. Looking pretty interesting. Sales, not too ridiculous. Chances are some of these might sell less than what I was initially expecting. So, all right, cool. And just to remind you once again, there are 2 more secret skins to be anticipated. It's not the Twitch rival skins. Something different. But it will be revealed as the event takes place. I'm pretty sure it might be happening over the course of the next few days with the Colosseum battle. All right? It might be another competition for the other skin. So we'll see what that is. But yeah, by all means, if you watch me on your phones, please consider hyping the video if you want to. I'd be incredibly grateful. And that's a wrap. So thank you very much for watching the video. Greatly appreciate it. And let's see which skins be accepted with the next Rust Store. And let's see if we get 2 or 3 weeks of Halloween. We'll wait and see.